you might be holding back on meeting women in real life, not because you're disinterested, but because you don't want to come across as creepy or pushy. You also might feel like if you do approach her, you need to be smooth, you need to be confident, you need to have the perfect conversation. So instead, you say nothing and she doesn't know you exist. But here's what most men misunderstand about meeting women in real life. The goal isn't to have a perfect conversation. That's unrealistic. The goal is to get started, because once the conversation begins, two really useful things happen. One, she knows you exist, and if she can see you, she can like you. Two, regardless of how that interaction goes, you are going to gain experience, which means the next one and the next one will be better and better. If right now you're feeling hesitant, let me show you 3 really simple ways you can get started. By the way, if meeting women in real life feels intimidating, I put together a free guide to help you crack it. Just click the link. Here's something I hear my coaching clients say all the time. I can possibly talk to her, but I need a reason to be able to do it. Most men search around for a clear context to start the interaction, and when they can't find one, don't talk to her at all. This costs you tons of opportunities. Plus, most real-world interactions don't even start that way. You don't need a magical moment or perfect line for something to begin. It's okay to not have a reason to talk to her beyond the fact you're curious about her, you're interested in her, you want to get to know her more. So right now, I need you to deprioritize the perfect line and start prioritizing just doing. This mindset shift alone is going to help you meet so many more women. And don't worry, I've got some easy conversation starters. You don't need clever lines to be good at talking to women. In fact, simple is often better, as it's easy for her to understand what your intentions are. Something like, "Hey, I just noticed you and I had to come and say hi." Walk's a fantastic line. It's simple, your intentions are clear, and you can use it pretty much anywhere. You might also be surprised to hear that the exact wording isn't that important. What's more important is that you're calm, you take time delivering what you want to say, you make eye contact, and just the act of doing this shows incredible levels of social confidence. To start practicing, I also want you to initially focus on just giving her a compliment and then leaving. This is the exercise I call the compliment and run, and it's one of the training exercises that I do during my programs. The purpose of this is for you to get over that initial hump of like, "Oh, I don't want to talk to her," and to start taking action. When you do, amazing conversation skills will come. If you want to understand more about what your first steps are to meeting women in the real world, my free guide is going to help. A simple shift that will make a conversation feel way more natural is not just to rely on questions, but to use a combination of sharing about yourself and a question. If you walk up to a woman and you say, "What brought you here this evening? What do you do?" Whoa, all the focus is on her and it can actually feel kind of uncomfortable. If you said, "I just finished work nearby and felt like I needed a coffee. How's your day been?" Immediately, your conversation feels way more relaxed and she gets a much better insight into who you are. I'm going to encourage you when you first start talking to a woman that you don't know, not just to ask questions about her, but also to actively share things about your life too. "You look like you do something much more creative than me. I've just escaped the office." So remember, meeting women in real life successfully isn't about having perfect social skills. It is about being brave enough to get started and having a simple structure that allows you to take more opportunities. You don't need to impress her, but you do need to be clear that you're open to having a conversation with her. And what's really cool is that when she realizes you're there and there's potential for you as a romantic partner, you give her the opportunity to be seriously interested in you. If you want simple but really effective ways to meet women in real life, make sure you get my guide. You can click the link in this video.